Hey, how are you? It's 2025. Scary but true. Here we are. So, today I don't have a script. I just have a general outline of what I want to talk about, and that is anti New Year's resolutions. And here's why I say anti New Year's resolutions because typically resolutions are stuff that people say they're going to do. And within 3 weeks, if that, it's gone out the window. Why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we perpetually make promises and break them to ourselves? It's more likely that you're going to break a promise to yourself than it is to someone else. Trust me, that's what the research says. But here's what I'd like us to consider: the fact that we're doing stuff really, really well already. And here's the mistake about New Year's resolutions: it doesn't, by definition or by practice, allow you or enable you or encourage you to look at what you're doing that is actually working and that you want to keep doing. So, part of the retreat that we had an exercise, and it was like, do an inventory, look at your camera roll, look at your calendar, and look at the past year and say, wow, I am so proud of whatever it is that you're proud of. Write it down. And you're going to learn from that because you're going to see some things that really light you up, like maybe your travel, maybe the time you spend with your family, maybe the time you walked in nature, maybe the amount of time you worked out, or you learned a new language, or you read this fantastic book, or whatever it is that made you happy. Build it into this year, right? So I want to encourage you to take an inventory of the things that lit you up and that made you happy and that you were really proud of in the last year, because you want to build that into your new year. And the other thing that you want to do is have a visual reminder. Remember, I talk about my 3 words, they're around my head right now. That's just one small way of keeping yourself on track. I am actually, for the first time in, I think, I can't even remember the last time I did one. I'm going to do a physical printout vision board where all of my stuff is in one place. So I get a visual reminder of what I want to be on target for and what I want to be accountable to myself with and for. And that means I'm going to do it for work, for play, for travel, for personal, all the categories in my life that I want to commit to. And then I'm going to have small little goals attached to these things, right? So it's committing to working out, it's committing to being a better cyclist, putting down some data that I want to achieve from a fitness perspective, putting down some data that I want to achieve from a business perspective, just little sound bites and pictures of me doing that thing that I want to keep doing or get better at or commit to continuing. So the idea of doing the inventory is the first part. What are you proud of? What do you want to keep doing? And then just little tweaks. It's like, look, I had this conversation with my kids yesterday. We were talking about the vision board and the printout that we do. We're trying to do every year about what we want to engage in and what we want to keep doing, what we want to stop doing. And so Olivia's decided that she was going to do the inventory and do the handout, and she's going to do that with her partner, Daniel. Alexander's, I think, more less structured, and we'll probably do something like Steve was like saying, well, I decided that I was going to take a course and learn about art history, and I'm going to do this and that. And so he has it well in hand in terms of verbal. He said it out loud. And I said, if you write it down, it's a 3 times bigger chance of you actually, completing it and sticking to it. It's like, oh, okay. Anyway, so it is an idea. Even if you can write it down for yourself, put it in a notebook and put it away, or put it in a drawer where you can look at it every day. It doesn't have to be public. It doesn't have to be something you share with the world. But if you have it written down, you have a better chance of it actually happening. And then the other thing is simply having fun with it. Like, you're doing so many great things already. Why are you going to throw the baby out with the bathwater? That's the problem with New Year's resolutions. So think about things that you can just tweak a little bit that'll work better for you. Spending less time on social media. There's something that somebody said to me recently, that she forgot how quickly time goes when she's scrolling. And then she does it at night. And then before she knows it, she's like, going to bed too late. So those are all small tweaks that we can do to optimize our time, because we don't get any more of it. and I heard something. Time is the only currency you will ever spend and never know the balance. I just heard this. Where did I hear it from? Oh gosh, it's not coming to me, but that's amazing. Let me say it again. Time is the only currency that we ever spend when we never know our balance. It's true. We spend our time and we don't know how much of it we have. We'll never know how much of it we have, but that's why we have to be really, really judicious about how and where we spend it. So remember to do the inventory. Remember to not be so hard on yourself because ultimately you probably are doing things that you really, really love and you want to keep doing. And then, go through what your accomplishments were and what maybe your 3 or so BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals for the coming year are so that you can have them well in hand and verbally and or written and or artistically represented so you can look at it on a regular basis. And let's see, what else did I want to share with you? So there's the areas that you want to consider: health and wellness, career, money, relationships, love and friendship, fun and happiness, purpose, spirituality, meaning, and, a combination of those things. So for me, I know that travel is going to be a big part of my year. I'm really excited about it. And, just being more chill. I've got no reason to be uptight or anxious. So sometimes when I find myself being in that state, I have to wonder why. So I try to stop myself and be like, what is going on right now? Do I need more ashwagandha? Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of this. It's just a reminder. Just let's focus on the positive, tweak what is not working, make promises to ourselves, whether it's out loud, in writing, artistically, to another, to a loved one. And you know what? Life will be okay. It'll be good. It'll be fun if you choose it to be good and okay. Remember, it's that same glass of water. You choose to see it half full or you choose to see it half empty. It's really up to you. Please let me know that you have thoughts on this podcast. And I really, really would appreciate if you could just hit the subscribe, follow. That helps a lot because we understand the only data I have is that a lot of you have not subscribed or followed, but you listen and you watch. So it would be great to know that you're subscribed because that means that every once in a while you get an alert that says, "Hey, Monique de Maio dropped a new podcast." There's no obligation. I don't see your email or your data. I just know that you're a subscriber, which means that I'll continue doing this. And if you have feedback on any of these episodes, please give us some feedback. Please review it. That would help a lot as well. All right. Make it a phenomenal 2025. And here we are. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.